Hello Leos, and welcome to your reading. I'm sorry I'm a few days late, but it's just been much lately. Like in all towns we have struggles, and in my town they've been the rents for our community is rising, and so our art halls and our places for cultures are under threat. So this weekend I've been out on a protest to try to save our city from becoming just a place of commerce. I want it to be a place for community and culture. But for you, my dear Leo, the first card that comes out is the Emperor, and you are feeling under control of your life. I can see here. Perhaps in the recent past you have, let's say the last few years has been a bit chaotic, perhaps further back than that. But at this moment you're feeling very organized and on top of things, so that's really good. And we'll see what the next card is. My father is actually a Leo, so I always liked Leos a lot. What else for Leo? Too many cards. I also have a friend who we lost each other for some years, but that I recently come back in contact with, and she's a Leo as well, and she's very intelligent and fun to be around. That goes for all Leos, I think. Intelligent and fun. You're shining like the sun. Too many cards. I just want the one for Leo, sign of Leo. Oh. And the next card is the World card. So it is something that you have mastered here. As I was feeling here with this card before you came into this structured position, there was some trouble, and the World card is about mastering something. So there's something that you have learned to some years behind you where things weren't easy. You had to struggle to kind of putting out fires all the time, but now you're mastering the fires around you, and you are you are a fire sign as well, so that's very good. And let's see what else for Leo. So I guess the World card is the last card in the Major Arcana, so it's a job well done, a lesson learned, and I'm guessing after this comes like a new adventure or challenge in your life. So let's see what that is. What is next for Leo? And we have the Chariot. And the Chariot is also talks about an important achievement, moving forward and upward, public recognition. So I think this is just like a pat on the back for you from the universe or or your God or whatever you believe in. It's just like they just want to remind you that you have done a job very well, and you have managed to balance equal and different energies. As you see here, you're driven forward by not just one force but two forces, and it's a white horse and a black horse, so they're kind of well, they are kind of opposites, but you have managed to move forward with your dark side and your light side, so to speak, and you have embraced your own shadow, and you have learned to love yourself, not just the good parts of yourself, but also the darker parts. You learn to accept them, and you have brought them to the light, and now you love all of you. That's very good, Leo. You have grown. What else for Leo? Please. What's next for the sign of Leo? I just want one, please. Okay, so here it comes out. So what's next for Leo is that it's time for you to kind of celebrate yourself. It says here celebration, a graduation for a chapter in your life. Well done. And they need to have more fun. So now when you have come into this balance here and you're on top of things, you can enjoy life without losing yourself. You can have fun without risking it to be too much fun, and well, you know, we do what we need to do in our lives. We eat well, we exercise a bit, and we make sure we have like a stable foundation to stand on if we're working or studying or whatever it is that we have to do at the moment to have a stable foundation. We do that, but we don't forget to celebrate that we are alive and that this is our time, and we should have like a quality time together with people that we like, maybe one day a week at least. Okay, something like that. And you should be grateful for life every day, or take a moment to do something you enjoy every day, or just the little moments. Stop and smell the roses and stuff like that. And here we have the Ten of Fire. I feel like this is like a past energy for you. This is, I believe this is card. If I did reversals, it would probably come out in reversals, because it's a card about doing too much, really, but I don't think you are anymore, because you have, as I said, with these three major arcanas here, there's not a chance in hell that you're going to accept more than you can manage, because you have learned to stay here in balance with the Chariot card, and people will probably look to you to solve the problems because you are so strong. But I believe that you have learned to say no, and what was once like concern of you doing too much and getting stress-related health concerns like burnout and stuff like that, it's no longer, because 10 is also an ending, and what I'm feeling here, since it comes underneath the World card, which is a chapter that is done, this is the end of you doing more than you can manage. So good for you, Leo, because we should never burn the candle in both ends. If we're not in balance, we can't celebrate life as we want to, and we can become bitter and angry and ill, and then we're not really helping anyone, even if that's what we want. So and another major arcana comes out. So 4 out of 6 cards are major arcana, so this is kind of an important time for you. like a milestone time, because this card renewal here or judgment in the big deck, it's kind of it's saying here that what you have learned, because this 20 and 21, don't forget it, because if you go back to your old ways, you will probably go back to a time where these two are in the reversals, where you perhaps are out of balance, partying too much, or out of balance, burning yourself out. But this is the judgment time, and with the chariot comes underneath the chariot card, and that's why I'm thinking that you're choosing to move forward from now on in balance. You are reviewing and evaluating your life. Time to move in a new direction, and that's what you're doing here with the chariot card. You're moving in a direction toward balance and joy, whether alone or with someone else, it doesn't matter. We only have ourselves in the end, and of course we should surround ourselves with people that we like, but we mustn't enmesh ourselves too much and become codependent or our happiness should not be dependent on whether we have like a boyfriend or a girlfriend. This is the next card here, and it's another major arcana, and it is the dreamer. So now we have the last card, 21, and the first card, that is 0. It's 22 cards in the deck. So here you are truly going into this new chapter here. You can see this person is like going from one dimension into another, and there is like an angel here pushing you forward to this new thing, and you're gonna walk like lightly with a light and open heart to this new part of your life, and you won't have any baggage that you can't handle, and you will be equipped with this, what you have learned from the years behind you. Might be 2 to 5 years behind you that you feel that you're now, can be longer or shorter, but it has been like a time, it has been a challenging time for you with a family member or a partner or something like that, and now now you're walking into a new chapter with yourself or with this person. But if you're still with that person, something has changed within the dynamic and the relationship. So, and here we have the next card is justice, fair and just decision. Do what you know is right, stand up for your beliefs. So this tells me that before there was some sort of injustice, perhaps where you were taking on more than you should have, and the other person wasn't stronger, so they kind of depended on you more than they should have, and because you are such a kind-hearted person, you gave probably more than you should have done. But now comes these angels with this balancing thing here, like with a scale and a sword, and says that now it's time for just and fair decisions for all involved. And with so many major arcanas here, I think it's unavoidable. I mean, it's 1, 2, 3. It's 6 out of 8 cards are major arcana, so it's a very significant time for you. And the next card is 2 of air. So this is the beginning of your new chapter. being unwilling or unable to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending that there is no problem. So there is some conflict that you are not solving because you're not addressing it. And it probably has to do with this justice card. There's two pillars here, and there is two unicorn horns crossing each other in a stalemate and unwilling to move forward. It's two clashing wills. It's two people who want something very much and no one wants to budge, really. But I'm not really worried about you, Leo. I think you're going to sort this out. I can pull one extra card because I don't like when it ends with a stalemate. I want some extra advice concerning this because I'm curious too. I mean, it's fun to do readings. What else comes for Leo? What is a stalemate about? It could be the other person that you had a complicated relationship who is unwilling to they don't like this change that you have been going through, and they are not really ready to accept these new fair terms here, where you are where no one is using the other person. But here comes the next card is the King of Earth, and so if there is a stalemate, some of you is going to kind of be the bigger person, perhaps step away from the conflict, or even give the other person what they wanted. And giving that person what they wanted will not cost you, it will not make you lose, because let's say you're divorcing someone here with the Justice card, and it's like, oh, I want to keep the house. No, I should have the house, or and you're going to say, for example, well, okay, you can keep that thing, but of course it should be fair and just. So if you keep the house, you have to buy me out, or I keep the house and I buy you out, and let's just make sure that this works for both of us, and let's not forget that kind of the joy in life just because we're not agreeing. It's going to be a way to solve this conflict. That is like, let's not argue unnecessary, but how do we make this work in a fair way? And it's going to go beautifully. Be the bigger person, but don't be a pushover. And being in this stalemate energy, it's not worth it. Okay. Some angel advices, and we have two, and we have go for it. So this is kind of your new chapter here. Your prayers and positive expectations have been heard and answered. We've been working with you on this situation since its genesis, and we continue to watch over you and everyone involved. Stay on your present path, as it will take you very far indeed. Right, so you'll find your new path. That's very good. And notice the signs. Yes, the signs you have been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you are loved and never alone. And I think you're feeling it, Leo, that you're walking into a very new and fun chapter of your life, and that's why you can have this giving energy. So Thank you ever so much. Watch your moon and rising if you feel like it, and take really good care. And bye bye. Be blessed.